This young lady right here, Lindsay Brown, worked for the CBB, did PR for the CBB forever, and then at one point saw that Houston was becoming more nationally known for its food, whether it be through high-end dining or what have you. So it's called myself, Randy Evans, Brian Caswell, and Monica Pope together in this room at Whole Foods. And sat back and talked, and nobody paid attention to her. Nobody listened to her. We all just talked about where we ate.
Still haven't.
Yeah, it's constant actually. We all just kind of talked about where we ate and where the next new spot was, and what was the cool little spot that you didn't know about that only I knew about, how we ordered there. And so it was like, well, why don't we just go to those restaurants? Let's go eat a bunch of ethnic food. Let's go take people around to where we want to eat. Basically because we just wanted to go eat, right? So if I could spend a day telling 18 people about Thai food, Korean food, and true Hispanic or Mexican food from the region of Hidalgo off of Long Point, I'm going to do it, right? Because why? Because I get to eat and drink all day long, which is what I want to do on a Sunday. It's pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much what I want to do. It's pretty much what it was a selfish gesture, right? But then we started thinking about it and kind of delving into it more and more, and it became this is what this city is built on. This is why the city is important. This is why the food scene in the city is important. Because it's not just high-end restaurants that are doing really good, or I hate to say white tablecloth because I don't even own tablecloths, but it's the everyday, neighborhood joints that are really doing it. The ones that nobody really knows about. The people that are cooking for their own culture. The people that are here, that have migrated here for one reason or another. Whether it be through oil, whether it be through fishing, whether it be through medical. We're the largest, more languages spoken per capita. Is that right? More languages spoken?
We're only 93 languages,
Yeah,
right?
more than 90 languages are spoken in Houston. We have the third largest concentration of consulates in the country.
Oh, wow.
So 92 plus consulates.
This is the most culturally diverse city in the country. Hands down. That's how that works. So where do we want to go eat? Those places. So that's where guys like myself and Lionel find inspiration. That's where we go find these things. That's where we go have these foods. That's where we go try and eat and just try different things. Not walk into a Thai place and go, you know what? Some noodles sound good. Or just papaya salad. No. I want to know what the fuck it's called, a stinky bean. And I want to eat it. And I want it really, sorry, excuse my French. It was the point of when I order, I want the person to tell me, if you don't like it, you still have to pay for it, pretty much. Yes. And I want everything else on the menu that's exactly like that, because that's what I want.
When they told you no at Being Thai?
Well, that's what it was. It was Being Thai, and I walked in. There was 4 of us, and it's a BYOB place, so we had like 6 bottles of Riesling and Gruner on the table. And Tom, the waiter, I ordered. Is it up there still?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. That dish right
This
there.
one right here.
It's called Yum Nim. I ordered that, and Tom tells me no. I was like, what do you mean no? Are you out of it? He's like, no, it's not for you. And I'm like, what do you mean by it's not for me? He said, well, it's only for Thai. You won't understand this. And I was like, but I want to understand it, and I want to try it. And he's like, and he looked at the table. He's like, it's a raw fermented sausage with just peanuts and herbs. And I was like, that sounds delicious. I want that. And he looks at the table and he sees all the wine. He goes, well, if you get sick, you won't know if it's from that or the wine. So don't complain. And I was like, cool. So he brought it out and we had it, and I was like, I want everything else that I'm not supposed to have. And that was the building block of the relationship that we gained from there. And then that's what we went, instead of going and staging, which, do you guys know what a stage is? For cooks. So we go around the country and around the world and go work at restaurants for free, just to see how they're doing that. I didn't do that. I went and staged Vietnamese places, Thai places, Szechuan places, Indian places, to learn about the food of this city and where we're at. Because at one point after doing these culinary tours, I had decided that there's not a restaurant built on this city. Because before I was at a restaurant called Catalan, it's kind of where Lyle and I met. And it was this, people would come in and be, this is very LA. This is very New York.
Oh,
and I was like, and they were happy, and I was like, I'm so pissed right now because there's no sense of place, and that's what dining is to me. It's about sense of place. So I decided, you know what, we're gonna open a restaurant based on this city, so that when people come in, they can have one snapshot. And I'm not gonna bastardize food. We're gonna work really, really hard. So I don't know if you guys know that Lyle was one of my opening guys and has worked with me for 2.5 years.
Almost 3 years, yeah.
Almost 3 years. My right hand for that long. And we learned together. But it was a matter of, we're not going to take this food and bastardize it. We're going to take this food and highlight it. We're going to get people to go out and experience and understand it. We're going to get people to understand that when they come in and eat this, no, not yet. That when they come in and eat this Korean dish, that this is not exactly how this dish is, but these are the flavors of that.
Yeah.
Now, go to Long Point and try it right at this place. Now, this is a Szechuan-based dish. Now, go across the street to Mala and try it there. Try the true flavors. Understand where you're at. And that's what it was. And so, because this restaurant is not built on us, this restaurant is built on the city, and it's built on the people that strive to do what they do. Right? That's where we find our inspirations every day. So on the wall, there's 50 photos, and these are people that I feel are inspiring. I need to put you on there. People that I feel are inspiring that you will probably not know. Some you will know, most you won't. I doubt you're going to know the kimchi lady at Long Point.
She's
that's
awesome.
Never come out of the back, doesn't speak a lick of English, but makes the best kimchi in the city. Right? Nobody's going to know her until you see that. Until you read this, because this is what you get with your check. This is our city guide, or you look at our website. This tells you who they are, where they are, and why you should go there and why they're important. That's it. I only want in this restaurant to highlight this city and people who we are. Because I don't really, shouldn't say this. Yeah, she's right there. It's more to me about everybody in the city than it is myself, right? What we do is going to get people in the door. That's great. People are going to write about it. That's great. But what's more important to me is that they write about Mala across the street, or they write about Aladdin down the corner, or they write about Callie, this little sandwich shop that's probably going to close in a few months because she doesn't have a new lease. So we're working on that to help her find a new lease. Things like that. That's important to me. That's the be-all, end-all, because without that, we don't have this city. Because you don't have chefs like ourselves that can go out and try these places that inspire us to do better. Because they're cooking for themselves. That's what we need to be doing. So when we started these tours, the highlight was there was some rules. If you led a tour, you could never take a tour to your restaurant. If you led a tour, you could never take the tour to a chef's restaurant that also led tours, because it was never about the promotion of us. It was always about the promotion of the other people, about these guys. Yeah. We'll get it.
Okay.
Don't bring it in.
All right.
So we're gonna eat, and I know that the idea was to come in and eat underbelly. We're not doing that. I refuse. It's a standard in my life. It's a principle in my life. I don't care. You guys could eat this place whenever you want. That's fun. But today, you're gonna eat Mala. You're gonna eat Aladdin. You're gonna eat Callie sandwiches, because we went and picked food up from those guys. I didn't ask them for anything. Walked in, put my card down, ordered to go. This is how it comes to you. This is how it comes to me. This is what's important to me. Not the city gets PR, this place will get PR, but it's these people that don't. And these are the ones that deserve it. Just as much as we all do. So, it's a very passionate thing for me. Hugely passionate. So,